Alright guys, so hello, I'm here to make another video on what I said I was going to make a video on, which is breathing. The thoughts that come to me about breath and breathing is being connected to yourself in order to be aware of how you are or are not breathing. Many people believe that a deep breath is with the chest. Now, that oftentimes will bring up your shoulders, or sometimes too often will overflex your back, which can lead to some problems with the lumbar or low back area. Um, Now, as a singer, you want to have a big breath in. So if I was to look turn sideways and I breathe it out, big tummy, and then I hold it there and I'm trying to sing like this and I have a lot of pressure. Now, I'm sitting down, so it's not the most ideal place to actually breathe or sing, but this is where we want to have support as we speak, as we send air. Now, not only am I thinking about outward, but I'm also thinking wide, like an accordion. So my ribs are expanding. I feel my back a little bit tense too. Not that I'm flexing my back, but just pressures of the air within me are causing this tension to happen. And as I speak, I then have this particular type of control. And then as I'm speaking to you or to this video, and the sound is coming not from here, not like this, but from my body. Okay? And as I'm speaking, I'm keeping my body relaxed, and the air is coming from our support, coming from right around here, this area here. Now think about how often you speak to people if you're a salesperson or a public speaker, and those things matter when you're speaking to people or whatever, to making a presentation. If we tend to be here and we're talking and we start to do this type of gesture, and then we go here and then we go here, it's restricted and not comfortable. That can lead to other types of issues, mental, how you present yourself as a person, how we deal with stress and tension as well. Many times discomfort. If there's a stressful situation and you're feeling that you feel that discomfort, that uncomfortable feeling of, oh my gosh, or what am I gonna do? Instead of going here, we go here. Now, in martial arts, in particularly in my jiu-jitsu practice, we are taught to breathe comfortably and to breathe through the discomfort. If someone is trying to put me into a position, maybe a choke, or they're smothering my face and it's hard for me to breathe, well, if I'm already here, I'm gonna start to restrict my breathing and also the blood flow to my brain. But if I'm sending the air down and keeping my neck relaxed, and even if I have here my shoulders up, this muscle here, it's not cutting off my blood flow to my brain. This keeping it low is giving me some time, but also helping me learn to breathe through discomfort, to breathe through any discomfort that I'm feeling, emotionally more so, work-wise. I don't really have a very work stress type of environment, but for those people that do, a crazy boss, or you have a deadline, or whatever it may be, that practice can help a lot. Just taking one low deep breath and saying, okay, have to work through this. Now, not to say that we don't ever lose our cool or we don't get upset. I get upset sometimes. It's always a process to not let things bother me personally, but knowing how to, or working on letting that practice become much more of a natural thing to where things don't bother me. Like driving, for instance. Now we all drive, or most of us drive, and when we're driving, people are going crazy, doing whatever, and knowing that the intention is that everyone's trying to get somewhere, and no one's intention or no one's purpose is stronger than yours. They just might not be as aware as you are to being courteous. They cut you off, you cut somebody else off. So those that type of breathing, if you want to just reach out to that initial reaction of, hey, what the heck's going on? Why are you driving like an idiot? Or, okay, that person obviously has somewhere to be. Or, I hope that person goes and gets there safely. Dealing with that instead of manifesting it and becoming tense and angry. This is something that can cause a lot of potential injury to your body, not only muscularly, but autoimmune as well. If you are a person that's always tense and well, your body's always going to be on defense mode, and eventually it's only going to know that. It's only going to know defense mode, and it can cause any kind of fibromyalgia, irritation. It can cause rheumatoid arthritis irritation. It can cause MS irritation. It can cause certain psychological issues that where you constantly think that you have issues. As we start to learn to connect with ourselves and start to take control of ourselves, then you can move forward and work on those things. Not to say that you will become it instantaneously, but it's a progression. You progressively are aware. And as a therapist, if you are a therapist, this is always going to be, most of my videos will be geared towards how to become or be a better therapist, because I'm always in the pursuit of being the best therapist that I can be, so that I can be the best me toward my job and toward my clients, for my clients, because they come to see me because they're trusting that I have answers to help them. But if I don't have answers to help myself, then how can I have answers to help them? It's like going to a overweight personal trainer or nutritionist. How or why would you even consider trusting them with you if they themselves do not prioritize or believe what they are doing? They don't practice what they preach, basically. So that's about all I want to say about that today. Connecting yourself with your breathing, trying to set it low. Now, a little trick that I can give you is, if you sit down all day, which a lot of people that have certain issues, most issues are because of non-mobility, or sometimes they just work out wrong, but mostly non-mobility, having a stagnant job. And if you're sitting, trying to breathe low into your tummy, or maybe as you stand up, breathing low. Now notice my shoulders don't go up. Notice my chest doesn't come up. I think of my center as going out and wide around, even to my back. And that should help you, or might help. I think it will help, but should help with becoming more connected with yourself. And then you can associate other meditative techniques that we can talk about later. But hopefully you enjoy the video and have yourself a good day.